Welcome to the Big Money Podcast. I am Janine Hurd, here to guide you to scale your business from 7 to 8 figures and building wealth that lasts for generations. Get ready for audacious strategies, real talk, and next level business moves. So let's dive in today's episode. Welcome back, powerful genius. I hope you are in the mood for some real talk episodes. What's happening the next 2 weeks is gonna be fire, because we have to talk about freaking self-leadership. And I know when you hear the word, you're like, don't want to do it. However, actually, when I look and reflect on my clients that have the wildest results and the smallest results, the difference is so clear to me. I can see it so clearly. And all of my clients have access to the same materials, right? To the same calls, to the same one-on-one containers, to the same proximity. However, there are women in my world that are not able to lead themselves. It's highly uncomfortable for them, meaning they have a one-on-one Telegram group with me, and they basically could ask me 24/7 everything that's on their heart and soul. And imagine you are being in the room with someone that has created over $80 million, won several awards, wrote a best-selling book, changed their business from a German business to global business. And if just any of those points would be something you would want to desire, wouldn't you say that the most natural thing is like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Let me ask you all the questions. And there are women that do, and there are women that don't. And after contemplating and working with clients for over 6 years now, I want to let you know why and how. And obviously also how this reflects to your business. First of all, when we have the opportunity to be in close proximity with people that have accomplished what we want to accomplish, 2 things happen. First, you really can see if it's actually something you desire. Many of you say, I want the big money. I want the millions. I want the multi-millions. I want more money. I love the money. I love the money. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love being in service. I love my business. I love my clients, but actually you don't. So subconsciously, like your mind is telling you, yes, you should be saying all of those things, but inside you have a belief that is contradicting to that belief, meaning, no, actually, I don't want more money. I don't want more clients. I don't want a bigger business. I don't want a global brand. I don't want a best-selling book. I don't want all those things because blank, 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 blank. And you can fill in the gaps why that is the case. And when we are having those contradictory beliefs inside of us, we will never be able to enter a coaching room and will be able to lead ourselves. Because the moment we are entering that room of growth, but we are not aware of our contradicting beliefs, 2 things happen. Either the client, the person, goes into babysitter mode, like, you should do this for me. You should do this for me. You're the coach. I paid you. Now come and hold my hand. Do this for me. It's like really becoming in this super small self, this baby mode we all can have when things don't go our way and we're not aware of it. And then people go very wild and insane. Or the other person is that can truly reflect and seem like, oh, this is interesting. I've paid for coaching. Now I'm here. Now I have access to all the wisdom and the knowledge I truly desire to have. How come I can't receive this? How come I can't lead myself? And if you're able to step into that second identity, the growth you are experiencing is insanely. And of course, I'm coming here from personal stories I've experienced as a coach, but also being a coachee. So I know both sides to this situation, and it's so powerful. So let's come back to self-leadership, because if I can't lead myself, and that is, you can reflect very often, if we can't lead us in one area, we very often can't lead us in another area. And for me, that was very long connected to health and working out. Like following a schedule, following a routine, showing up 3-4 times a week at the gym, doing my workouts with a group, whatever, with a trainer, it doesn't matter. I had a hard time. And very often what I've realized, and something for you to contemplate, is like, I was super excited in the beginning. I started the workouts, and then after a couple weeks, a couple months, my feelings told me, oh, this gets boring. So when I'm hitting an upper limit, my belief system till today, it's a pattern I have seen over and over and over again. And very often I'm even telling myself, like my small self, can't you come up with something new? But it always tells me I'm bored. This is boring. Let's do something else. Maybe for you, it's like, oh, this is not working. This is not going fast enough. Some form of not enough. It's something else for all of us. For me personally, it's always, oh, I'm bored. I'm bored. And there was a part in me, I really had to see him like, what is so freaking bad about being bored? Because worst case, my body gets fitter and stronger and healthier. My bank account keeps growing. And in the way I accomplish this, okay, my feelings, my emotions tell me it's boring. But I had this belief that, you know how we say you either grow or you die? And I thought when things are boring, I'm dying. But it's not true. Things get boring or not as excited anymore, I would like to say, when we keep doing them over and over and over again. Recording podcast episodes is not exciting to me anymore as I'm like in the beginning because it was brand new. I'm excited, like I'm full of joy to record episodes, to have this medium, to have the conversations we are having in this community. There's so much love and gratitude and joy for this. But this excitement of something's new, I'm doing this for the first time, like, ooh, I don't have this obviously anymore. I've been hosting a podcast for 6 years now, so it is just not the same anymore. And we see this in relationships. Couples in the beginning, in the first years, it's, oh my gosh, everything's exciting, everything's new. And then things become, I don't want to say boring, because it more becomes a routine. It's the standard. And very often what I see in all areas of life, when something becomes the standard for people, like it's normal, they say, okay, this is boring. And when we can't hold this boringness, we look for something to self-sabotage us. Self-sabotage is like in a relationship, maybe you would start cheating, or not even like cheating, physical cheating, but even like looking, flirting with someone else. It's like in a business context. In the past, I would create a lot of new programs all the time. Maybe you don't create a lot of programs, like tune in, see, reflect, be honest to yourself. Where is it that when things get boring, what is it that you do? Because being bored is a form of like, we're holding energy. And now I tell myself I'm bored, so I release that energy. I hope this makes sense. While you're here, like a new financial reality, a higher bank account comes with being able to hold more energy, to hold more money. So in order to do that, we have to be able to hold energy in all aspects of our life. Just this morning, I posted something on Instagram again, like, hey, I'm at the gym, 6:30, wherever I am. You will find me between 6 and 7 a.m. every single day at the gym doing a workout. Because when I move my body first thing in the morning, when I sweat it out, I maybe don't feel great at the moment I'm doing the workout, but I always feel great afterwards. I feel how I have more energy. So, and the byproduct of that is that my body becomes healthier and stronger and slimmer and da-da-da-da-da-da. So the same when it comes to money and you want to hold more energy, right? More money. Pay attention where and on what are you spending your current money, aka your current energy. And for many of you, that is on a lot of trash and shit. You would rather buy 3 times the cheap pair of shoes than the one designer pair you truly desire. And even in German, we have a saying like, if you buy cheap, you buy like 3 times. Meaning like we think we save in the short term, but actually we hurt ourselves by not truly allowing our desire. And by buying a cheaper or lower quality, we have to buy 3 times again. And this is so interesting because we have to be aware of those kind of things. How you self-sabotage yourself, how and why you can't lead yourself before we start doing the business work. Because many of you, and this is for everybody listening, that if you've started an online course, you started, you bought it, and then you didn't finish. We got to talk about why you didn't finish. And it's so easy to say, oh yeah, I just didn't like the program. Dude, it's not about you didn't like the program. You bought a program, you started, you didn't finish. And I bet you this is happening in multiple areas of your life. But in a business context, and I'm here as your business money friend, there is no reward, no financial reward, no client reward, no reward if you start and stop. Because if there would be a financial reward, all of you that started and stopped and changed and adjusted and however you name it, whatever label, excuse you have for that, you would be the freaking billionaires of this planet. But you're not. But what we can see, and I feel success leaves clues. And yes, of course, currently there are much more male billionaires, like self-made billionaires, than female. And I'm aware that there is a strong like bro hustle culture. This is not what I'm talking about. But also for women that are excellent in her category, in their industry, they've mastered this skill by repetition. And we all know that it's true. If I just keep doing and improving my game all the time, I get better. And I see this right now. I'm recording this January 20th. And just in, I think, end of November, December-ish, I started coming back on Instagram. And that's like not even 60 days. And I'm reflecting back and I'm like, wow, this is so insane. The post I did like, let's say roughly 2 months ago, I'm like, back then I thought, oh my gosh, they are genius. They're so good. Now I'm looking back, oh my gosh, I could have done this so much better. But see, it's like I improve by doing the things. And if you don't do the things, if you like start, stop, there's no reward. And not just a financial reward, which is not happening, but also there's no learning curve. Because the learning curve happens when you start, when you finish, when you start the next game, when you finish the next game, and so on. It is so important to always ask yourself full responsibility when you invest in places and rooms, in whatever. Why did I invest? What is it that I expect to receive in return? Why am I not taking what I've paid for? Why am I not receiving, in this case, the coaching room or the car or the dress? How many of you have bought a nice dress, like something where you were like, ooh, financially, this was out of your comfort zone and now you don't wear it. Now it's just in your freaking closet. We got to talk about those things because it's a pattern. And when we can see the pattern in one area of life, we see the pattern in all areas of our life. And this is where true transformation is happening. And I highly can recommend you, obviously, as always, telling you this in every episode, to join the Feminine Wealth Engine. This gives you access to gazillion programs. But most importantly, when you join, obviously now end of January till the end of February, our bonus program that you receive is the She Leads Million Follows program. And this program is an all-time favorite of the community. This is about self-leadership, understanding what is leadership, why you're not leading yourself, why you haven't done in the past, why you haven't had the results, what is your self-sabotage pattern, your personal self-sabotage pattern, maybe 1 or 2 patterns you have, how to overcome this, and obviously become the leader you are born to be. And this is so important if you are having students, if you're working with people, because how can you lead other people if you can't lead yourself? It's impossible. It's not true. It is possible, but you are being the swim teacher who can't swim and you're lacking self-credentials. And people will never pay $1 gazillion to learn swimming from a swim teacher who can't swim. So this is exactly why you have to understand how the relationship between your self-leadership and money is being created, and maybe why you haven't grown financially in a way you truly desire. That's a wrap, big money makers. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, join the Mastery Club. Simply DM me podcast on Instagram or hit the link in the show notes. And I will see you tomorrow and on Friday for the next episodes. Always remember, your 8-figure business is waiting for you right now.